I was pretty sure I'd never have a kid. I did not have a cycle for 13 years. In the final year that I thought this is my last year to really give things a shot, I went really hard with things and I committed to things that previously I'd been kind of doing a bit of and a bit not of.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Claudia and welcome to the Warrior Princess channel, where we sit down with inspiring people to discuss anything related to health, fitness, business, and relationships. I truly believe that each one of us is uniquely gifted and has so much potential to be successful. Some of us just need to have the right direction, belief, and mentorship. Enjoy.
So, of course, I want to celebrate the
Easy!
beautiful daughter. So
Yeah.
cute. I've been watching on
She's
Instagram and then stalking all the pictures.
She's stalkable, but she is mine, so I'll say that,
So good to hear, Izzy, she's here
Yes.
and all of
Yes.
that. And I know that it's been a journey from 10 years ago to
Yeah,
this moment.
Totally.
Can you share that with warrior princesses out there who want to hear, but also I guess we're the ones that want to start a family.
And definitely, it wasn't an easy path for me to having Izzy. Actually, the reason that I recently sold a bunch of my businesses was because I ended up building my life around not having kids. Because through the high blood pressure situation, through all the medication I had to go on, and then I had hormone issues coming out of that, and I was pretty sure I'd never have a kid. I did not have a cycle for 13 years. 13 years. A lot of that time was while I was on the medication. Again, I have a sensitive body. It just left me and it didn't come back. And then it took me a number of years to just gently encourage it to come back. Now, IVF was never an option for me. I think it's amazing. Women that go through IVF are amazing. It's such an intense process. I looked into it, but with the high blood pressure background and the hormone imbalance background, it wasn't a risk I was willing to take. So same thing with going on the pill, any of that. So I literally was cycleless for 13 years, and that, as a woman, that's really it's really hard, because as much as it's not the case, sometimes we get this thing in our head when we can't make a baby that what am I as a woman? What can I do? And that's a terrible headspace to be in, because, I had to work my way out of that headspace and go, no, I'm here. Life is the gift. What am I going to do with my life? I'm wanting to believe the fact that I'm here, that I'm on earth. Get over that fact, move forward, have fun with life, because that's what it's here for. You're not just here to reproduce. And I did get into that headspace. It took me a long time. And as happens with these things, I kept working on things in the background. I did adjust a lot of my nutrition.
Just going back for 1 second, so you stayed positive throughout and hopeful in that it will happen, and if you just make those changes, it might happen. So there's that hope instead of giving up.
I did maintain the hope, but I also let go of the fact that it had to happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I was hopeful, but I also had to let go and go, my life may be without children, and that's okay. I'm a mother to many in this business. And, and I'm able to guide many. And so, it was both. So I did maintain hope, though I kept working on it. I adjusted many things. As a business owner, it's difficult sometimes. We think, I can operate on 6 hours of sleep, I'll move through, I'll push through, it's all good, I feel good, I'm a naturally energetic person. But I had to, in the final year that I thought this is my last year to really give things a shot, I went really hard with things, and I committed to things that previously I'd been kind of doing a bit of and a bit not of. So I committed to 8 hours of sleep every night. I said to my husband, I get up at 4, we need to count back from there, and I need to be going to bed early. And so we were moving towards bed at 8 p.m. and
Justin did the same thing.
He was like, cool, I'll do it, I'll go with you. And so we committed to that. The other things I had to commit to were not having coffee first thing in the morning, because in the morning, your sex hormone levels, that's when they're rising up most. And if you have coffee, it produces cortisol, comes from the same place, and the sex hormone production is stopped. So I had to completely stop stimulants and coffee at that time in the morning. I had to make sure that coming into teaching, I wasn't getting myself into too much of a pumped up adrenaline state, because again, cortisol. So for a little while there, I switched out of teaching the intense morning classes and taught a bit more chill stuff. And, you know, I also looked at nutrition. So whereas before for high blood pressure, it was about cutting out salts, going for a whole food diet. Now I had to look at adding in a lot of fats, adding in a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean just white bread, it means sweet potato and all that good stuff, but a lot more of it. So, you know, I went from, okay, I'm going through the day on whatever, 1800 calories, and now I need to push up towards 2500, and it's an effort.
Yeah.
But I had to increase that, and I had to make sure that I was doing all the right things, you know.
Yeah.
So doing a lot of walking instead of high intensity exercise, all of that stuff. So
you did it for 12 months.
Yeah, I did it for 12 months. I went hard on it. It was almost 12 months, because in the October of that year, it was late October, about the 25th, 24th, 25th, I remember it was around that time. I, out of the blue, got a cycle back. And it was a full-on cycle, like too much information, but I was like, whoa, I'm back.
You know, usually people don't actually get too excited about their periods, but
I was like, period party! It'd been a lot of effort to get there, and I was super excited. The next month, it didn't return, and I thought, damn it.
Yeah.
I haven't, okay, but it's step one. My body's able to do this.
Yeah.
But I was pregnant with Izzy. And look,
that was the second month.
That was,
wow.
And it was so crazy, because I thought to myself, oh my goodness. Like, I didn't even think it could have been pregnant. But we'd been on holidays, I came home.
You were like double checking the chest and making sure that was right.
I actually didn't even tell my husband I was doing the test. I didn't even say a word to him that I thought I might be pregnant. I just went, I'm just going to make sure, because I feel really sick. I'm just going to make sure, I'm just going to check.
Yeah.
And I was pregnant, and it was just so surreal. I just walked out with this stick, and I was like, Justin, and he goes, whose is that? Whose is that? I was like, mine. He's like, what? What does that mean? I was like, what's that pregnant? He's like, what?
Are you sure?
I know, just so crazy. So that was, super exciting and surreal. I remember rushing out to the chemist to get like 5 more tests and doing them all in 24 hours. And the whole pregnancy, I literally felt like I would lose her, to be honest, because I hadn't had a cycle in so many years. I thought, surely this is not a good environment to grow a kid in. But the pregnancy continued, it kept going, and she's here. And
awesome.
Such an unexpected gift. I had to quickly sell a few businesses, because I realised my life was not set up for a kid. But kept the ones that I was most excited about. And the life is, it's both amazing and challenging. Kids are a beautiful blessing, and I think we're conditioned to understand that it's always going to feel like that, whereas sometimes it just feels like you are in the trenches, like your kid is sick, or they're going through a stage, or they won't leave your side. It can be frustrating for someone who is a businesswoman and who is going after goals, and you have to. It took me probably another year to then reset my mindset and get into the balance and to reconfigure my life around her.
Yeah.
And they always say, just fit them in around your life. Well, I thought I'd do that, and then I had her, and I was like, this isn't gonna work. My life is too crazy. So my life has now, I've sold a few businesses. Yeah. We've moved upstairs here.
So convenient.
I know, so convenient. And we've kind of got a nice balance between a bit of daycare and a lot of home time with me. And
so you just make it work.
You make it work. And kids are such a reminder about what's actually important in life. And I kind of kick myself sometimes that I needed her to remind me of that. But
that's cool. So what would you say to women who are trying to get to start a family now and perhaps experiencing the same thing, or what would you say to them?
I would say it is a frustrating process. It's a long, frustrating process, and you often feel it's such a weird thing, but I know along the journey you can often feel like you're failing, or you're failing as a woman, or that those are the things that go through your head, even though you're trying to talk yourself out of it a lot of the time. And it takes even women with no health issues a year, 2 years to fall pregnant. Like, it really is luck of the draw. And I guess what I would say is just remember that life is the gift. You being here is the gift. Like, try not to get too caught up in, always thinking about what you could have, that life will be so much better when this child arrives, and just enjoy life now. But do be curious. Don't be demanding about what you need to do, but be really curious about what you could do to improve, whether it's cutting out coffee in the mornings, getting more sleep. 6 hours of sleep does not a baby make. You need to get that sleep. You need to get your body into a calm, restorative state. My mum, who's a midwife, once said to me, Libby, your body chooses either survival or reproduction. So if you're in that state where you feel like you're just surviving, you know, you're rushing to work, you're just getting enough sleep, you're scoffing down your lunch, stop, slow down, like look at all the areas that you could prove to your body that it is a safe environment for it to reproduce in. That was some of the best advice I had from my mum, and I just went, you know what, you're right now my body's in survival mode. Like I'm working late, I'm getting up early, I'm scoffing the coffee, and it just slowing down was one of the best things I could do in getting that sleep and being restorative. And you know what? Even without kids, life is just beautiful and amazing. And they don't make it better, they just make it different. And it's a different kind of love. And yes, it's beautiful to experience, but be patient and be kind to you, because you want that baby too.
Oh, that's so inspiring, Libby.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
lovely
much.
to chat.
Lovely to chat, and
Thanks
thank
for
you so much
listening.
for sharing that. And if you want to hear more from Libby or connect with Libby, you can check her website out, www.libbybabet.com.
Or just hit me up on the socials.
Or Instagram, everything's there.
It's so funny these days. We're such quick fixes, like, message there, done. Email, don't even check it.
Instagram.
Instagram. I love that.
Thank you so
gorgeous.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this episode and got something out of it that you can apply to your own life. If you have any feedback, topics you would like to cover, or people you'd like to hear from, feel free to drop me an email at hello@warriorprincess.com.au. And don't forget to subscribe to the Warrior Princess YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram at ckline.fit. Until next time.